All right, we're recording. So, welcome to Team Call Tuesday, you guys. I have some massive shout outs because you guys are killing it. Looking within the network and what other teams are struggling with right now, you guys aren't. You guys are killing it, which makes me so stinking proud that you represent in such an amazing way. I'm looking at these Success Club numbers, and I know I said this last week, so I don't know how the heck you guys keep beating it, but you do. So, you guys, there are more names on our Success Club board deep into the downline than I really truly think we've seen in a really long time, if ever. John is at 10, Kristen 9, Peyton 8, and these numbers probably have changed since today because Jessica Lures just texted me and she's like, I should be at 8, but the back office hasn't updated just yet. But Marie and Heather are both at 7. We have Katrina and Julia, woo woo, coming in at Success Club 6. Brad's at 5. And a ton of 4s. We have Nicole, she's new to the team. Jessica, Morgan, Jessica D is at 5. Sorry, I didn't mean to skip over you. Hard down there in the downline. And then there's so many that I see you guys bringing people on with that BFF code. That's just freaking me out, you guys. There's Shay, Judy, Teresa, Barbara, Brian, Jamie, Jamie, some of these people that I haven't even got to meet yet. And I just feel so incredibly blessed to see new names on the board. It makes me super happy. We have Jamie H and Nick and Robin. You guys, that's a lot of names. That means we're changing a lot of lives and doing a lot of things in our business. That is absolutely incredible. Okay, so other than that, I'm not going to keep you long with announcements because we got to hear from Julia or Jamie because she's just freaking amazing. So, and what she's going to talk about, I think can help each and every single one of you. We talked long and hard about what we wanted her topic to be and where we wanted her to bring her energy. And when she talks to you, you're going to see why we chose this. But don't let your BFF codes go to waste. They are good through the end of April. So if you've had someone just sign up, if they're not going to use that code, guys, let's pay that forward and get it to someone who could really use that discount. They are shareable, so let's do that. There is a brand new thing coming up. I will put a training out for you. I mean, yes, we have a lot in the works that is coming up. If for those of you that got your Diamond Insider email, I went over the facts on it today. Sorry, I'm pulling up the exact name of it because it always stresses me out when I get them wrong for you guys. But it's the Take Action Challenge. So it was like when we invited to the BOD Group Challenge. You're going to get entered in to win that new bike, the new cycle bike. They're giving 3 of those away. They're giving multiple $500 gift certificates away. They're giving $500 worth of swag away. There's tons of different stuff going on with corporate because of quarantine and the cutback of what's happened without travel. They're flushing it back into the network, guys. So there is an FAQ on it. We will have a full training on it. But just know that that's going to be what's coming down the pipe next week to talk about. You still have Success Club retention points going out this month, so keep your people drinking their Shakeology. They should anyway, your BFF codes. And we are in the middle of the Let's Get Up launch. I am rolling out a full launch package for you guys to take the guesswork out of that, but Julia doesn't care to hear all that. So we will go over that in a live in the Facebook page, okay? So other than that, just keep doing what you're doing because you're killing it, all right? So moving on to our guest speaker, Julia Nastasi. That's how you say it, right? I don't want to butcher it. Nastasi. Okay, she is, when you guys hear these numbers, some of you might fall out of your chairs because I do. This is huge. She's a Success Club 5 legend, which means she's hardly ever missed, right? Success Club 10 All-Star legend. So she's had Success Club 5 for 80 months. You guys, that's a long time. It's pretty much the whole time she's been a coach, never missed. Success Club 10 for 73 months. Those numbers tell me that she knows how to work her business. She knows how to get it done, right? She is, like I said, an all-star legend, a lifetime 4-star diamond, And this is the best part of her story. She's a retired prosecutor. So it tells me she knows how to get her things done, right? She is out to get them. So I'm going to turn it over to her, let her bring you the energy, and she is going to talk about this business really does work if you're willing to do the work. So take it away, my friend. If you need to share your screen, let me know.
All right. Okay. No, I do not know how to do, did I just freeze? No. Okay. I do not have slides because sometimes when I do slides, number one, I don't know how to do slides. And number two, then they get all distracting and people are reading the words and spelling errors. So forget the slides. You get to focus on me and my red lips. And if you have any questions or comments or concerns, put them in the chat. Or if I have red lipstick on my teeth, put that in the chat as well, and we will take care of that right away. So I am so pumped to tell my story. And I don't really want to tell my story, but I want to say it in a way that is going to teach you guys something, I hope, because there are probably, like, from what I can tell, there's a lot of coaches who are seasoned coaches who are listening either on the call right now, or you're listening to the recording, or there are brand new coaches. And what I want you guys to think about is and it will come full circle at the end, I hope. Think about the excitement and the feeling that you felt when you signed up to become a coach. What did you feel? Were you excited? Were you nervous? Were you scared? Were you anxious? How did you feel, right? Keep that in your mind as you listen to this and then after. When I signed up, literally I signed up like years ago, and I don't need to go into the whole story about how it took me 3 years to sign up because I thought it was a scam, all that stuff. I signed up and I was like, so like Katrina just said, like I was a prosecutor. So like I know what I want, I go after it. And I knew I loved Beachbody workouts. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna sign up to become a coach. The first thing I heard from literally like thousands of people, it's a scam, it's a pyramid scheme, it's a joke. You're not going to make any money. You're wasting your time. You're an attorney. You went to law school. Why would you do this? Right. And that's what I heard. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to show you that it works. And I'm going to give you 150% of my effort, and it's going to work. And let me just tell you, I had no idea. I didn't know anything about coaching. I had zero skill in this kind of like network marketing, wasn't the fitness professional, literally nothing. And I didn't even have a working coach that I signed up under. I didn't even have like a team that I could go to say like, what do I do? How do I do it? How should I do it? I just knew that I wanted to do it. But in my mind, it was like I wanted to prove people wrong. And I was excited. Like I was just like, I'm going to go after this and I'm going to be the best coach ever. And I just had a really excited feeling. And I woke up every single day excited. Now, you guys, if you, number one, you're on this call, you have the upline. But if you don't feel like, you like, if you want more training, if you want whatever, I had none of it. And what did I do? I literally sat down and I Googled. I said, Beachbody coaching, what is it? How do I do it? And I am so like ridiculous that I emailed or Facebook messaged one of the top 10 coaches at the time, Brandy Botts. I'm like, hey, Brandy, you don't know me, but, and I went and I messaged all the top 10 coaches at that time. And I said, I just signed up to be a coach. What do I do? And none of them emailed me back except Brandy. And she said, you have to hit Success Club every single month, non-negotiable. And at that time, it was very big to create like a Facebook business page. So I said, okay, thank you, Brandy. I don't know you. You don't know me. I'll never see you in my whole life, but thank you. So what did I do? I said, okay, I'm going to hit Success Club. So that's what I did. I made it a non-negotiable every single month. And I did that. And that was just what I had to do. That was a goal that somebody who wasn't my coach set out for me and said, if you want to be successful, hit this goal. So I did it. And then I learned you want to hit diamond. So I learned how to do it and I did it. I didn't have team calls that I listened to. I didn't have like a coach that I could call or message or chat with. I just Googled and I did it. So then I learned that I wanted to hit diamond. So I just did what I had to do, and that was sign people up like a freaking boss. I messaged every single person in the history of my life, like literally everybody. And as I look back, like I kind of did it a little bit of the wrong way. Like I wasn't very like I learned how to do it. And you like side note, the only way you learn how to do it is by doing it, is by keep doing it. And you learn how to do it in the right ways to speak to people. But I just did it. I would message 100 people a week. I would invite. And like whether you guys think that's a lot or not, remember, I was a full-time prosecutor. So when did I do that? I did that on the train ride into the city. I did it at my lunch break. I did it on the toilet. I did it on the train ride home. And then I didn't even introduce myself. I have 2 kids. You're going to hear them yelling. I did it when they were babies, right? When they went to bed. I just found the time and I messaged because I wanted this to work. Because I, in my mind, I wanted to prove people wrong. I wanted to say, this isn't a scam. This isn't a scheme. I can do this and I can make money just like I see the top 10 coaches that I can do it if they can do it. They're no different than me, right? So I just did it. And I messaged and I followed up every single week like a freaking boss. Like it was my job. That's what I did. And it worked. And it worked really, really well. And I went, so it took me about a year and a half from that point to get to 4-star qualifying. Okay. And it was just like all I did was work the business. And I want to tell you, you guys might be in that phase right now and you're doing great and you're crushing it and you're hitting all these goals. And I want you to learn from what I'm about to say next phase of Julia's life as a coach. I gained follow like coaches. I built my fitness page on Facebook. There's 56,000 followers. I have a team of coaches who became my friends. They became my family. I talked to them every Tuesday night. We would have team calls and they would turn into like everyone bring wine, let's hang out, let's do this. And it was great. I was living the dream life. My income from coaching started to match my salary as a prosecutor. Like literally, I'm like, I made it, like yay, coaching. Um, and I got extremely comfortable with where I was as a coach. Um, Comfortable in that, like, I had my team, I had my income, they were my friends, I had leaders, they were building teams, and it was awesome. And then, I was a prosecutor for 15 years. I'm sitting at my desk one day, and Mr. Boss comes in and he says, "Hey, Julia, you have 3 minutes to pack up your things. You're done." I'm like, "What? I'm done? Okay, I'm done." So I had to pack up all my stuff, and my job as a prosecutor was taken away. And government, like, a lot of things were going on back then. This was, I don't know, 2018, I believe. Um, and I was done. But I was so comfortable and excited about where I was with coaching, and my income matched. I didn't care. I was like, I don't need this. This is great. I'm good. And I did not need to find a job as a prosecutor because all I was doing was coaching. And it was great. And it stayed that way for a little while. And then my leader started to kind of back away. And like, I don't know if any of you guys who are watching this have coaches who quit on you. And like, literally, it happens all the time. But like, when your coaches become your friends and your family and they start walking away, I'm like, what? Like, they're leaving? Like, no, 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 you can't leave. Like, we were supposed to retire and like be on a private jet with Carl, like tomorrow. Like, you're not leaving me. And they started to leave. So then here I am, like it was the 2019, my coaches started to leave, and these were like my top leaders. And I'm like, why? Like what's going on? Like what am I doing? And to be honest, you guys, I was doing nothing. I was coasting on the income was coasting, my rank was coasting, my success club, like I always hit success club 10. That was always a goal, but I never shot for anything more. Like I just coasted. And then, you know what they always say, like speed of the leader is the speed of the pack. Like you could start to see it in my downline. Like everyone started to kind of not jump on the calls. And it was just like a big blow to me. I'm like, oh my gosh, like if I'm not a coach, like if I can't lead and I'm not an attorney, like what's going on? Like I really had to do like a mental check about what was happening to my business, to my life, and like it really took a toll on me. And I'm like, now what? And it was through like 2020, I was like, I don't know what to do because I'm kind of like lost, like I felt lost. And it wasn't until the pandemic that I realized, like, okay, you have something here. You have an income that matched your attorney salary. Like, you have something really, really good. You have to dive back in, right? Like, how many of you guys, if you're listening to this, you're like, yeah, I get it. Coaching is great. Coaching is wonderful. Like, it's doing really good things for people. And I want to be excited and I want to be motivated, but I'm not. You're just like, you don't know where to go, right? I was there, and it was like I don't know what to do. And I have to say, like one of my coaches said to me, I don't like I really want to do this, but I'm just not motivated anymore. And that like hit me. I'm like, crap, like is that me? Like speed of the leader, like was Julia not motivated? And that rubs off on other people around you, right? So what I did, which I didn't even realize it, was I went to that Orlando retreat where I literally knew absolutely nobody. And people didn't even know my name, for God's sake. I was Jamie for 4 days. But for whatever reason, I went. And I went there and I dove in with people I didn't really even know, right? Got on a plane and met incredible people. And I met people who were in the business shorter length of time than me, or same length of time, who were up here. And then here's Julia here. And I was like, I got to lean into those people because they're in it. They're invested, they're in it, and they're doing what I want to do. So instead of like dwelling on the team that was struggling, I went up here to the people who were still in it, were invested, and I dove right in. Then Amy Coppola invited me to her leadership. I'm like, sure, I'll go as your guest. So literally the whole place was calling me like the guest, like Jamie the guest, not really invited. But I'm like, you know what? I'm going to dive in and I'm going to lean into those people. And I'm telling you guys this because maybe you weren't invited to all the retreats. Maybe you weren't at leadership, but those people are here. They are the Katrinas, the Melissas, the all the people on our team, like the whole entire upline is here for you guys to invest yourself, your time, whatever you can to learn from those people because you just kind of level up. And then the rest of it kind of will fall into place because you surround yourself with people who are doing what you want to do and can teach you and are willing to teach you. That's the beauty of this team that you guys have, right? So I just dove in and I really, really dove into the people on our team, who are willing to help me, and they have. And what else I did was kind of, it's the same as like your workouts. Like think about it like this. Sometimes you don't feel like working out, right? Nobody feels like working out sometimes. It sucks. It's annoying. You're ready. You already hear your trainer in your head, like, this sucks. Like, I don't feel like doing this. But what do? You get up, you press play, and you do it. And then like within 2 minutes, you're like, I'm pumped. You pump up the music, you're good to go, right? Your business is the exact same way. You have to literally sit down at your space, wherever that is, and freaking start something. Maybe it is, a, a list of people who you want to invite. Get that list going, and then the rest will kind of follow. But you have to freaking sit down and do it. It is hard. The kids, the school, the virtual, whatever you guys have going on, like the kids, what like the work, whatever it is. But you have to pick a time and you have to sit down, because you are not going to wake up feeling like working out. But if you wake up and you open your phone and you see Katrina, and Melissa on a freaking Zoom at 6 a.m. I mean, I see it. It's like 5:45 and I open it up. I'm like, oh my gosh, like they're working. Like literally, like I haven't done anything all day. But if you get up and you just start, I don't care what you do, get up, start. Or when you get off this call, start. Just do something and it kind of flows, just like your workout. So do it. Just freaking start doing it. What else was I going to say about that? So surround yourself with other people. I have all these notes. Okay, so this was the other thing I want to say. In my mind, everyone always says about the business is like a phase one, right? Like they always tell you got to stay in phase one, and that's like the inviting thing. And obviously, like that's the most important. And they always tell you to read your vision, like come up with your vision, and whatever your vision is, read that every day. But in my mind, like your phase one and a vision should also be how you felt when you started this business. That excitement and that energy and that motivation to message people and even say like the most ridiculous things. That's phase one. That's where you want to be. It's not like write that down. How you feel. If you are a new coach right now and you're listening to this, sit down and be like, I'm excited. This is awesome. People are saying yes. Like you're hitting like SD numbers that you like SC10, like you have all these people reaching out to you. The messages are like flying in. You can't even keep up with it. That's exciting, right? And you're pumped up and you have a group and you're posting every day. Write that down. And even if you're an older coach, go back to how you felt. Like for me, like how I felt, like I was excited. And literally I went to shove this business up people's butts. Like I'm going, and I still, like whenever I don't feel like doing it, a little side note, like my husband, like if you guys have husbands, like sometimes they don't believe in this business and they think it's a joke. And like my thing is like, I want to shove it up his butt. He can't listen, but like I can't hear this, but like I want to show him that this is the thing that like blows up our family, like in the best way possible. So whenever I don't feel like messaging people or I don't feel like doing the things that need to be done, I think about that. And I think about how excited I would feel if I did that. So like that's kind of just, what I want you guys to think about as you do it, because you guys aren't going to feel motivated. You're not going to feel excited about the business. Like historically, every coach that I've ever had sign up, you go your first 3 months and it's like game on. This is amazing. And those feelings are what you want to kind of like encapsulate, because that's what you got to keep. Of course, like that's the phase one. That's the energy and that's the excitement that you want to keep throughout every month, because it's going to get hard, but you just have to stay with that excitement when you sit down at your space to do your work. So just kind of think about that. I don't know if I had anything else, but it's just like I don't like I could go into so many points and so many things and so many tips, but it's like honestly every like takeaway is kind of like every single person who's listening to this and every single coach has like, it's not always like the perfect journey. You have to kind of like stay in that phase one of excitement and think about that every time you don't want to do it. And it's like the business will work if you work. Like, honestly, it's so ridiculous, but like, it's a hard season for so many people. Like all of 2020, and even now, like getting into life again, kind of whatever you're in right now is ridiculously hard. But if you just kind of, like stay in that phase and like sit down and do the work when you can, it actually works. Like, here's something else that I told a couple people on my team: document your day. And I've been doing this a little bit, so I'll leave you guys with this. Do your perfect day, right? So for me, the perfect day is up at 5:30, doing my personal development with a cup of coffee, planning out my day, doing my workout, and being showered before the kids wake up. Then the kids get up and then the chaos. But at least I did work and worked on me, right? And then I could do other stuff in the pockets of my time. So what I did was document that day and how I felt. I felt accomplished. I felt productive. I felt excited. I felt motivated. I felt messages were out and replies were coming in. Like, it was a freaking awesome day. And then there are days like yesterday where Julia, didn't wake up because her kids were at grandma's house. So I'm like, grandma's house. So like I slept in, and I didn't do that. And the whole day I was dragging. I did my workout at freaking 5:30 p.m., which is ridiculous for me. Like, who did I message? Nobody. Right. So I mean, later I kind of caught up, but not like I would have. So like, document the perfect day for you. Maybe the perfect day is a 5:30 workout, whatever the heck it is for you. Document that day and do it. Find a day to do it. And then document, more importantly, how you feel during that day. And then how you feel on a day when it doesn't go so well. And then when you press that snooze button, or when you don't want to wake up, you're going to say, but I'm going to feel so much better. I'm going to feel X, Y, and Z if I do this. And then your butt's going to get up. So like, it's just like thinking about how you feel and controlling like that, like your thoughts will move your day. So, I mean, that's kind of something that I'm working on and working through. So I don't know if that will help anybody. Okay, I feel like I rambled a little bit, but it's definitely something that's working for me, and I'm working through it. And honestly, like when I work the business, it works. Like when I work, guys, when you work and invite and message people, some people respond, some people don't, but you get responses. You can't just sit back and be like, yeah, I'm a coach, and think that people are going to message you. It does not happen like that, whether you're 20 years in the business or 1 year or 1 month. You have to do the work, get the momentum rolling, and then it comes back to you. And the work that you do now, you'll see the benefits from 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. Just keep it going and go on the energy and the momentum and the feeling that you feel and you felt when you first started. That's it. I'm gonna stop. I'm done. I'm gonna stop rambling.
You're not rambling. You were perfect. So I have to ask you, how long have you been coaching?
Okay, so I started officially signed as a coach in 2014, which I absolutely hate saying that out loud, because I have this expectation that I should be at X, Y, and Z space and place in the coaching world at a certain time. And my journey is very different than everyone else's journey.
No.
So started in 2014, kicked major butt, and then backtracked.
But I also believe that your sign up date isn't your start date, right? Like, you could be a discount coach for 5 years and hop in and start working the business. Or we've all had, I mean, I signed up in 2014, hit 5-star elite, and fell, and took 5 years to figure out how to get back there, right? ebb and flow of the business. So yeah, we've all had to rebuild, but I also think it's that comfortable point you talked about. As long as we stay doing the things of phase one, staying excited, always inviting to what we're doing, right? You don't have a chance to get comfortable in that way, right? Yeah, it's more complacent. Peyton, I like that word better because I'm very comfortable. I love where my income is. I love where the business is. The team's phenomenal, but I will never come out of phase one because when I did that, it fell apart. So you're not the only one, Julia. I feel like all of us that signed up in 2014 had that wave. Just tumbled us in the surf, you know? Does anybody have any questions for her? Because I have to tell you, she's a total boss. Like, she's a lawyer. She's a full-blown prosecutor and was able to match her income outside of the courtroom, like with coaching, and come home to this amazing business that she gets to do every day, right? Go, Heather.
Yep. And I was going to say one more thing, but go ahead.
No, say it first.
Oh, the only thing I was going to say is when I changed my mindset this year, I now signed working coaches again. It's like that, like, and I haven't signed a working coach in 2 years because I was complacent or comfortable. And now I have working coaches again. It's like the business will work if you work it. And anyway.
You're amazing. I have to say that first. Like, the fire you bring is amazing. What you said was phenomenal. I have to say though, I thought Katrina first said you were a prostitute, and I was like, I don't know if she wants that as her story. Like, that's a big story. This lady is, wow. So
that's why you tuned in.
I apologize. I thought your story was different.
You know what? Jamie the prostitute. My story just keeps getting better and better and better.
Okay. I have friends that were there. It's okay. I'm just dying. But I love how you said start something. So what has been most effective with your start something attitude? Because I think that embraces what you're saying as far as stay in phase one and my little notes that I took. But what was the most effective thing over the past few years that you have started and has brought you success? Would you mind sharing that?
You mean like obviously like coaching wise? Like
Absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, it's literally just diving in with the posting and not caring what other people think, because I had such like my job was very like, as a prostitute, it's very like up here. And I didn't, I'm not even gonna go there, but it's like I had such like this was my life and this was my track. So I needed to just kind of do this and not really care. And it took like a moment of time to kind of just dive into that. And you have to just start, and you just have to jump in, post. You have to stop caring what other people think of you. Like, I had the closest people in my life say not to do this, not to post. Still to this day, I have my siblings and my family say, why did you post that? That's ridiculous. Why would you share that? Like, that's so personal. Why would you do that? And it's like, I just have to focus on what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, and that it's exciting to me and I want to do it and I know why I'm doing it, and I have to focus on that. So like literally, you just have to start. You cannot care what those people say and why they say it. You just have to go. And like, you can read all the personal development books about why those people say what they want to say. But it's like, focus on you and just kind of start it. like start the team page, start the Facebook group, start the Facebook page. Like I literally just started a Facebook page. I didn't know what I was doing. Like, I just started and I just posted. And I just went from, attorney to this. And it was kind of like me. But like one thing I'll say, and I absolutely hate when people, just because they sign up and they call themselves like they're officially Beachbody coaches, they create a fitness page. You don't have to do that. Like if you have another interest, if you're like into horseback riding or you're into something other than fitness, that can be your page. Like I did my page is called Fitting in Fitness because I was the mom, the prostitute, the kid, like with the kids. I'm going to keep saying that now. So I'm glad this is recorded. So when I'm up on stage as like top coach, you can post this all over, but like, I was trying to fit in fitness in my life. So it was easy for me to make the posting. So like, I feel like a lot of people just kind of try to fit into a box of Beachbody coach and like be that instead of being themselves. And like for me, like I couldn't find the time to fit in fitness. So that's kind of where I went. And it worked. And it's easy for me to post because of that. So I don't know if that answers your question about starting something. Literally, I don't know, Heather, if you're thinking, but stop thinking and just start. You want to start the page, the team page, the group, the recruiting of coaches, the SC10, just do it. Like you have people in your corner who will set a goal for you. Like Katrina will work with you and set a goal. Just do it. Like just start. Like stop thinking. Like get out of your head, stop thinking and start doing and just be excited and just do it. And even if you're not excited, pretend you're so excited about it. Like one thing when we used to go out to the bars, I was going to say more things, but when we used to go out, like every song that came on the radio or at the bar or the club, wherever we were, we would pretend it was our favorite song ever. Like no matter what song it was, we're like, oh my God, this is our favorite song. And we were like dance and have the best time ever. We didn't even like the song, but we pretended that we did. And then because we pretended, we started to dance and we started to have fun. And like, it kind of just flowed from there. So when you're sitting down, be like, I freaking love to message people. Like, I love when people say no. Like, I love when people throw objections at me. Like, this is amazing. And like, start to think like that. And then you're like, yeah, this is great. Like you start to feel that energy and then kind of just go from there. So I ramble. Sorry. Any other questions?
I don't think you ramble. I think you hit it perfect. And I love the dancing analogy, to be honest with you, because it's so true. We're like, well, this isn't really my song. But as you get going, every song's your song, right? If you're having fun doing it. I love it. Yes, very good. Very good answer. Anyone else have any questions? And I'll just refer to you as a lawyer now, because now they have me thinking that maybe did I say that? Like, I know better. Katrina says no, and I'm gonna go with Katrina because she shares my name. But I don't know. You didn't take this. You did not.
We need to watch the recording.
Yeah, there's no way.
This is going down. This has got to be the best team call ever. Mm-hmm.
Yes, it was a glitch in the Wi-Fi. That's normal. Oh Lord. Okay, anybody else? I'm sad Julia jumped off because I totally forgot. Not this Julia, our Julia, because I had all my.
I'm here.
Yeah, you're all that busy. I had to get somewhere. Julia was Coach of the Week because you guys, she is the prime example of what this Julia is talking to us about, right? Things weren't going well, and she just kept going, knowing that it would come to fruition. I think December was the last time she hit Success Club, and she could have given up and said, this isn't for me, coaching sucks, or I'm not good at it, or she could have let any limiting beliefs sneak in there. And instead, she's on every 5:30 power hour, right? AM, her showing up, doing the things, just doing it. And this morning when I gave her a shout out, she freaked out because she's like, you see that? And I'm like, I see all that. I'm the know all, see all. No, just kidding. But I had to give her a shout out because you guys, when you do it, when you do the things and you consistently show up, it really does work, right? But on the contrary of that, so amazing job, Julia, but on the contrary of that, you guys, it doesn't work if you don't do the work, right? So same thing, you can look at it either way. If you show up and do the things and check off the boxes on your business activity tracker, this business will work for you if you do the work. It's absolutely verbatim. I can't even read that word like Heather. I am not a lawyer. I did go to college, but I have no idea.
Omniscient. It means all seeing and all knowing. You know all the things we are doing.
I'm a Star Wars.
You are there in our back office, seeing all of it.
I see
That's
it.
you.
And
Can I say one more thing?
absolutely, this is your call, babe.
One more thing I'll say, and you just reminded me of it. So you said like do all the things, check all the boxes. It's more important to have the energy and the excitement behind checking all the boxes and doing like the voice like have the excitement and the energy in your when you sit down to check all the boxes, because checking all the boxes, like if someone's like doing my team, no. But if you're excited and you go back to that phase one excitement, then it's like, yes, I'm joining her team. Like I'm probably the worst, most annoying person to get a voice memo from because I'm like, hey, like all excited. But you got to bring that phase one excitement into the box checking, not just the box checking. So I don't know if that makes any sense, but get to that place, whatever the heck you get excited about in this business. It's different for every person. Be in that space before you check your boxes for the day.
Yes, totally agree. Even if it's a Tony Robbins dance party or a third shot of Energize, that's how we do it around here. Yay, you hop back on. I'm like, Julia, Coach of the Week's back on. We're super proud of you. I did this whole analogy of what Julia's talking about. Continuing, even when things aren't maybe in your favor, you continue to show up, and it proved that this business is not a now business. Everything you do today comes to fruition in 3 to 4 months down the road, right? So as you build in that way, it will return to you, but it takes work. So I love it. Is there any other questions, guys? We have some time left if anybody has anything. You're all silent.
Are we doing the team workout this weekend since it's Easter weekend?
We can on Saturday. I mean, that link's always open, so it's there. We don't have a coffee chat guest, because Fran's in Montana. So, but we can still work out.
Okay.
Thanks for helping.
I put it out to my accountability group, and I canceled my one on Sunday because obviously Sunday is Easter, so I don't expect anyone to get on and work out with me. But I just didn't know if we're still planning on Saturday, because unless I have this baby, I'll be there.
Let's do it. That will be there. Other than that, Julia, I know you are East Coast. She comes from Philly, guys. So we don't have a whole lot of people over in that neck of the woods. So, but it is late for her and other Katrina as well. So I will wrap it up, but I do want to just thank you for your time, Julia. I totally appreciate you. And a quick shout out to her. She got her husband back to Diamond. as of this week. So she's building strong and steady to make all the things happen. So you're doing the things. You're doing the things. And thank you so much for
All the
taking
things.
your time to get on our call and tell us to do the things. And get to work.
Do the things. Do all the things. Yep. Get to work, and I hope to meet you guys.
Yeah.
I have a coach. Debbie's on here too. I gotta say hi to her.
I told Julia to come to California, and she thought I was crazy because she has a lot of local coaches. But I was like, she could be one of our speakers because she's just too fun, and I missed her too much in Orlando. But we're still in logistics. I think she'd have to bring a whole team, a whole slew of people. Kelly might not be where they want to go. So, all right, you guys take off, get back to your families, have a fabulous Tuesday. I'll post the recording. Otherwise, Julia, thank you again for your time. I absolutely love you, my friend. You did great.
I love you too. Thanks for having me.
Oh, picture real quick. Sorry, after everybody left, I got one earlier, but no one was smiling. 1, 2. Where's Lures at? Take your camera off, Jessica Lures. There she is. 1, 2, 3. All right, I'll tag you all. Have a fabulous evening. And I don't know if you guys saw little Kylie here.
Bye, guys.
We have new coach Kylie. She's showing up. She's doing the things.
Woo!
Okay, guys. Talk to you soon.
Bye, guys.